Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Contend for the Faith is the name of the channel. I don't really know where the video's 1 hour, 33 minutes long. So, yeah, it's a lot of talking to a guy, to be honest, but I'm not going to play that really. If you want to come and listen to the conversation, he's played a little bit here at the very beginning. And it all is another map of the North Pole yet again. And yeah, it all very much links in as well. They've got a bit of Donald Trump here as well, mentioning Greenland. So where are we at here? So boom, Revelation 20.3. He must be loosed a little season, Satan's little season. Right, so I can't be really bothered going through all this again. You know what I mean? But with Satan's little season, we've kind of explained all that. If we continue on down the pages here and to the end of the book there, talks about a battle. We go where we go. Here we go. And after the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosened out of his prison. Right. So, from what we've learned, this is a map of the North Pole before there was any ice on it. In approximately before the 1700s, there was no ice. So plenty of maps, including the one here in this video, where there is less ice. So, yeah, the North Pole, the Rupes Negra, the Black Rock, again, magnetics, what all the compasses are dragged to. Deeper explanation that apparently when Satan was chained for 1,000 years, he was chained underneath the Rupes Negra there, we heard. So this is the North Pole, and yeah, like again, before there was ice, the Perry is possibly the Perry Reese map, is it? Atlas Obscura, I'm not sure if this is the Perry Reese. I think this could be the Perry Reese one here, Perry Reese map. And even when we see the Perry Reese map, when we look, I don't know if you can see that, if it's big enough for you to see. But as we see on the North Pole again, on the Perry Reese map here, again, like 4 islands set in the same sort of configuration, boom, 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 as this map here. We can't see the center point; it's just off the map there. But you see sort of map configuration of islands. That very much represents what this is. If we zoomed out a bit, this is quite a zoomed in version. But we've seen this all before. I mean, if we go down, there we go. There we go. Sort of 4 islands, rivers down the middle. The Rupes Negra, the Black Rock. And again, the whole Euphrates River could be one of these rivers, not the river we believe in the Middle East. It is a possibility that Israel isn't Israel of the Bible, and the New Jerusalem and everything is here in the North Pole, and is currently not there because it at this time is Satan's little season. So that's why, again, there's no signs and wonders, because we're in Satan's little season. Satan will get his time to deceive the nations, and the devil that deceived them and was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. So this is after the battle of Magog and Gog and Magog. So it's, sorry, I've missed a bit here. So right, hold on. I need to go. We need to play this video now and just listen to Donald Trump, and we'll go forward. Hold on. So, as we can see on this depiction, Greenland, which is here, is connected to this area. It's connected. The maps that we've got are wrong. They're lies. We know that because of Terra del Eso and the dateline, that the map is a lie. That is not what the Earth looks like for definite, because we've got 3 hours missing. And Terra del Eso, which has been between Russia and America, as we've looked into there, is completely been deleted from the map, and we've got 3 hours missing. So the map is not correct that we have today. Absolute for definite, provable fact. Here is Greenland depicted connected. It's not an island. It's connected to the islands of the north. So, and then we have this light in the north here. We have a Jesus cross above there as well, not connected, but all this light emanating from something in the North Pole here. So, and important to note that Greenland is connected to this area. So let's listen to Donald Trump.
That was one of the first maps I saw, and when I zoomed in on it, I'm like, what was this that they saw that made them draw this? They're not just drawing it because someone told them. Like, they must have seen something. Even if they didn't get to go into it, they must have gotten near enough that they saw this light.
It makes no sense any other way why Donald Trump keeps harping on Greenland too. But if you think about like how close it is to this glowing mountain thing, you know, that might make some sense.
And all we're asking for is to get Greenland, which is a large piece of ice in the middle of the ocean, where if there is a war, much of the action will take place on that piece of ice. Think of it. Those missiles would be flying right over the center of that piece of ice. All we want from Denmark.
Right, sorry. So again, if there is a war, it'll happen on that piece of ice. Think about it. Missiles will be flying over that piece of ice. So I've mentioned this. Again, the whole Third World War, New World Order, it could all be a fugazi. Again, the faking tribulation when ultimately we're in Satan's little season. And this is going to play out slightly differently. And the Third World War, it might not be what we think it is. It could be like everybody thinks they're going to fight the Third World War, but ultimately they're going north to attack the camp of the saints. So, let's move back to the Bible here. So Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go and deceive the nations. Right? That's literally what's happened. He's deceived everybody, even believers in Christ, etc., who believe that Christ is about to return. So pretty much everybody's been deceived. We're up to like 99 point fucking something percent here. All 4 quarters of the earth. So again, again that everyone will be deceived pretty much. The battle of Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is the sands of the sea. So that means a lot of people. So again, this could be alluding to, again, so the Third World War, and we're talking sort of the depopulation here in the New World Order. They want rid of a lot of people before the world government. So there'll be a lot less people, whereas there's fucking billions now, you know what I mean? So could this all be a play? Could this be ending sooner than we think? Possibly is what I'm trying to say here. So, and they went up to the breadths of the earth, right? Well, we're going up north here to the breadth of the earth, and come past the camp of the saints, right? I'm not making this up, and I know it sounds mental when you say the camp of the saints, but that's what it says here, right? And as we've seen in history, the saints were here. The saints are depicted. There's stories of them. They helped build these great cathedrals. The saints were here, right? And they all pissed off because it's Satan's little season, and they weren't hanging around for this shit show that we've had to suffer. So that's what happened. They all left and they went north, and they're all up there now. And this is why we're going north to attack the camp of the saints, because it's in the north there, and the ice possibly melting is because this is the time now that it's time to go there and finish the show, possibly. And the beloved city, the New Jerusalem, again, which is in the north. It's not the Israel of the Bible. It's not it's not the Israel of today. That is not the Israel of the Bible. And speaking of them people, the beloved city and the camp of the saints, all in the North Pole here. Again, a man in the north who knows if you've been naughty or nice. And upon going there to do this, fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. Right? And it kind of alludes to it's the end of the world, because the devil was cast into the lake of fire. He was tormented. And I saw a great white throne. So this is the judgment, the great white throne judgment, that everybody, every single one of us, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, we will all face the great throne judgment of God. You will be judged upon your works, what you've done here, your time on earth, Were you good? Were you bad? Did you murder anybody? Did you rape anybody? Did you, you know what I mean? I would imagine that's kind of what it's like, a court of law, where you'll be judged upon your works, and all of your works from the day you were born till the day you die will be known. And it'll be like, don't get me wrong, you're allowed to have done a few bad things. Nobody's perfect here. Nobody's claiming to be perfect. No one's claiming to be Christ. You're allowed to do, well, you're not allowed, but you're allowed a bit of leeway, and as long as the sins are not too great, and you're sorry, etc. You know what I mean? Then you're all right here. You don't have to be Jesus. Um, yeah, you have to believe in Jesus though, and that He died for your sins because we couldn't be sinless. Basically, we couldn't do it. We were not capable of being sinless. So He had to die for us, and He suffered greatly. He really did. He was tortured. Go and watch The Passion of the Christ there by Mel Gibson, and watch the suffering that man had to suffer upon the cross there, and all the way of dragging the cross up the hill. So I'm quite looking forward to the new film there by Mel Gibson. I've heard a bit about it as well. It's gonna feature the fallen angels apparently, and the apostles, etc. So I'm quite looking forward to that film as well. Yeah, hopefully it won't be too long because we're entering the ultimate bagwash here. I'd like to see the film before we finish the book. You know what I mean? So where are we at here? Right, so Donald Trump's going on about Greenland, on about a war. If it happens, it will be in Greenland. As we've seen initially from the initial map, Greenland's kind of connected to all of this north area, which on these maps is this, and the Rupes Negra. And all the maps before kind of the 1800s there all show the North Pole without ice and all this kind of scenario of the Rupes Negra, the Black Rock. So you know what I mean. Anybody, I don't think I need to kind of explain this more than I already have to most people that have been following this from Tartaria through to Satan's Little Season, through all the information that we went through, really. So it all connecting in here is what I'm saying. You've got Greenland, it's connected to all this area. You've got Donald Trump wanting Greenland, mentioning a war, and if it'll happen in that area. And the end of Satan's Little Season, which is where I claim we are, is us, or the world, going into that area to attack the camp of the saints and the beloved city. So it all kind of connects into it, you know what I mean? And again, everybody thinks it's pre-tribulation here, and which probably not. We're probably here in Revelation 20.9. Well, yeah, 20.8, and we're coming up to this. This is where we're about to be, the Battle of Gog and Magog, the number of who is sands of the sea. So that's kind of where we are, in my opinion. We're well down the line from where people thought we were. In fact, 1,500 years down the line. So I just thought it was very interesting. We've got these maps. I've got all the crack, the Peri Reis map, all the crack with the maps and the North Pole and Terra de Lesso and the missing date line and yada yada yada. Here we have a depiction with Greenland, as with many others, that it isn't an island. It's connected to all this. We have Trump going on about Greenland, a war. The ultimate end of the Bible is everyone going north. But you can't tell everybody this, you know what I mean? You can't say everybody, right, we're going north to attack the camp of the saints and the beloved city here. And everybody will turn around and go, what camp of the saints? What beloved city? Oh, well, we're going to ultimately attack Jesus and God here. What? Like Jesus and God are real? Yes. And we're going to attack them? Well, this is probably a foolish idea. I mean, anybody with logic will tell you that. Probably don't attack God there and Jesus. It'll probably go badly, according to all the scriptures there. So nobody would be up for it, you know what I mean? Absolutely nobody would be up for this. So you have to lie to people, and ultimately the lie is either like the Third World War or the aliens. It's one or the other. I'm not sure, but we're being played a very complicated game here, because ultimately the deception's greater than everybody thinks. Again, everybody thinks we're pre-tribulation when we're not, so that it's double deception, do you know what I mean? For me, anyway, that's how I think we are. I think that's why a lot of the stuff we're seeing is connecting into this. So sit where you want as usual, but I just thought that was very interesting. Again, this map of Donald Trump there, I hadn't heard Donald Trump actually saying any of that before. It's not recent, but I hadn't particularly heard it. But it all connects into, coincidentally, probably not, Satan's little season, and again the end of Satan's little season, and the camp of the saints, and the North Pole, etc., etc. It all connects. So sit where you want, but I know where I'm sitting. I'll leave it there. Peace.